Welcome, one and all. This is the Peace Dealer here in the spiritual trenches. Don't let the vision fool you. Well, actually, when it comes to sight, some of you are just so busy psychoanalyzing the individual in front of you, Virgo, Scorpio, I'm talking to you, and you're just checking for what other parts of them say. You don't even listen to what they really say. Good luck. You're going to get so trolled this week. Anyway, what's up, everybody? This is the Peace Dealer. My nose itches like the Saturnian itch it is. I see Sag Warrior in the chat. I see Brandy Mac in the chat. I see Ahmed in the chat. I see Tiki Goddess. I see everyone out here. I was about to just analytically give you my spiel, let you know this is very much so the Psychic Showdown. The camera I'm looking at is in here, and the live chat is right here. So if you see me looking there, it's because I'm looking at you guys. Speaks to me. And yeah, I was about to channel this, and Uranus and Saturn gave me a chin wag. This isn't a chin wag, but Uranus and Saturn hit me with a, if you have like African parents or even Hispanic parents, and they just hit you with the, they'll just pull your ear like, you listen to me. So the universe hit me with that ear wag. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not singing enough in your broadcast. Did you think you were just supposed to sing once? Venus is still in Leo. No, that's not true. Venus is still in Gemini. Mercury is still Leo. You need to belt those chords. So I don't like singing. I mean, I do, but I don't. So just letting you know. The purpose of this week, before I go into it, I'm going to represent in a song. Sing along. You won't know the words, but just sing random tunes if you want to sing along. And yeah, it's do 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 Psychic Showdown. It's the Psychic Showdown. It's the showdown between your psyche and your mind and your feelings. And who's going to win? Will you reveal who you really are? Psychic Showdown. I don't have actual lyrics because I didn't prepare it and I'm winging this on the spot. Psychic Showdown. If you don't be who you authentically are, then people will just project psychic energy and you'll make yourself look foolish. Psychic Showdown. When in doubt, remember that God has blessed us with internet memes. God has blessed you with a broadband or Wi-Fi near you. I see you people complain about so much stuff. Yeah, I lost my dad. Yeah, I just got in a car accident. Don't you know the love of God expresses itself through internet memes that you could just look at and laugh your problems away? See, some of you don't have the ability to cope with humor, and you take everything so goddamn seriously because you actually are aware of the seriousness. You hold space. You not only see how serious this life can be, you not only have real life experience that just makes you so mad, Scorpio, that just makes you so mad at all these people laughing. Oh, they just can't understand how serious this is. They just laugh about everything. Yes, we do, because we're some motherfucking trolls. You have internet memes. We're not sensitive towards you. All right? We have internet memes that we can just make fun of everything. All right? Look, dark humor is here to stay. There is a war against humor, and there's a war against dark humor. It's not going anywhere. You people hide against the law. Y'all some tattletales. Look at what this person said. We need to limit what they can say. And it's like, there's 60 other bad jokes that we can say. Trust me, I'm channeling the attitude of this for you because you now know what side you stand on this Psychic Showdown. You now know what side you stand in this psychic showdown. What's ushering this psychic showdown is the time bomb that's about to boom when I'm talking about the moon that's about to conjunct Uranus and Aries. But audio, who's watching me for the transits? Who's trying to get some, like, who's the wicked? Please don't preach Jesus. Please don't have Jesus up in heaven like, oh, they're talking about me again. No, please. I would mind if you did. Regardless, my friends, if you are still looking at astrology as transit based, you feel me? Like, are you? Because I'm gonna go to the Peace Mobile, and there's some of you who you don't understand these parables, you don't understand these rats. You need something real. You need something physical. You need like transits or something. You need me to like break down some shit. When I'm telling you the truth right now, when I'm talking about aliens, when I'm talking about imaginary fairies, you may sound like I'm trolling. That's when you need to listen the most. Trust me, but it's all good. We are going to get very professional, and we are going to get very literal for a little bit, okay? You're a double agent if you rep one side but do the other, and it's actually kind of ironic that I mention this because this is a psychic showdown where double agents actually reap their true colors in front of their friends who actually didn't know that they were underestimating them the whole time. This psychic showdown is brought towards you. This psychic showdown is sponsored by Drama and Pettiness, because if you feel that people are going to do the right thing under any circumstances, you are helplessly naive. Psychic showdown, where it doesn't matter about what the stuff you say you can do or the stuff that you try and show other people you can do on social media just so you give the impression that you look greater than you actually do. It's going to actually be real in your face because you can't think who you are when the test comes. Psychic showdown. Now the moon is in Aries, and one thing, crystal locket, that's what I did before I started doing this. But anyway, one thing that is very, 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 very important is that y'all don't understand. There is a reason why I started this Cancer season letting y'all know. See, I had to prepare you guys for this last quarter square. We are headed into the most dramatic times of our lives. Yeah, I know you guys got caught off guard by that Rob Kardashian Black China incident, which is just like the D League of drama. That's just so low down the scale. You're going to see political leaders acting like it's WWE. I'm going to have my popcorn because outside of TV, you're going to look at your real life and it's going to feel like it's a movie. See, not everyone is a Leo. Not everyone's a Cancer where their real life is a movie or a cardinal sign. You know how Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, Libra, they always trying to tell you their story. They're always trying to tell you their story. Like, they can't wait to sit you down just so they can tell you about their real life. Like, they have to tell you their story. They have to snip out parts of it because they know they can put it in a sitcom or they can put it in a movie. Aries does this so much. Cancer, if you're lucky, Cancer will just lay it on you. And then Libra and Capricorn, you know, Libra is all about presentation. So Libra's like, I'm just going to give bits and pieces of how cool I am to this person. I won't give it all away like Aries does. Aries will just lay down their whole life story for you. Not even because they want advice, but it's just like, I think you need to know how raw I am. And it's just like, you live in your head. They be doing immutable signs, like cardinal signs think they're so much better than mutable signs. It's not funny. Cardinal signs just be like, mutable signs are just in their head. Like, we need to show them who we really are so they can like peep game. Y'all love telling us your stories. Capricorn, if you're lucky, Capricorn will just like tell you part of their story when they think you're ready. Cardinal signs always try to tell you how better they are than you. Always. Oh, y'all think Leo's arrogant. Cardinal signs is always trying to tell you their story, like, just revel in how crazy my life is. Okay, thank you. We don't care, but thank you. It's like, I'm just joking because I wouldn't mind seeing those sitcoms and movies because they are kind of, you know, they have my jaw like, whoa. And then a part of me will tune you out because I'm eventually a Gemini in my head. But it is what it is. Psychic Showdown. Please don't think I'm going off on wild tangents. The best way to show you what this is to show you. So I'll just channel in a moment certain themes you're going to go through. This Psychic Showdown is happening in a Cancer season when we have to feel to the depths of our power. Cancer has everything to do with where you come from. So we just, during May, March, you know what I'm saying, in Aries season, we had to realize, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is who we are. And now you're getting feelings. You're now starting to feel into who you are. And that's, you know, this is not the sugar coating system. This is the peace dealer. Mystic Illumination is going to tell you what you need to know. So every single day this transit, you've been having psychic warfare. Some of you go full fished hard, like you're supposed to, because Neptune is in Pisces. So you are actually having like legit arguments. Like your feelings are not like bliss. Your feelings are like, who am I going to kill and when? And you're expressing what angers you on an emotional level to define who you are. And some of you are trying to do this diplomatic, politically correct. No, I can't say it like this. I can't do this because, and you're only playing yourself. Really, once we get into Leo season, you're going to be the one that's laughed at. Whereas the people who are already like putting themselves on blast because they're sorting through their feelings, this is Mars, Cancer, Pluto, Cap. You can't even fake this. You literally can't even fake this. Like every single day of this transit up until now, Mars and Aries is preparing you to now bring this showdown. And the showdown is going to happen with one person. Like it's gonna really like keep in mind all the global energy you feel, because sometimes we can let you know, falsities, sometimes we can let falsities kind of, how do I say it, distract us, and you'll think that you are just one being in one space in one time, but you are multi-dimensional. The fact that I'm telling you this, I probably might start to get interfered, but you're multi-dimensional. You do not exist in just this space and time. Someone is probably thinking about you right now. Oh, I don't want to. What do you mean? I have to sing this. Somebody is probably thinking about you right now. And now that means you exist in a separate space and time. The theory of bilocation has been proved by many scientists, and that was a general statement that actually might not be many, but is actually still true. So non-locality does prove that two particles could be in two different spaces geographically and still react as if they were triggered at the same time. Kind of like telepathy. When you're in one place, but then you're also in the imagination of others, and imagination actually exists, and just because it's not real doesn't mean it's not a real thing, even though imagination and feelings could be picked up as frequencies. Gosh, this is so embarrassing. You don't understand. It is what it is, yo. It is what it is, yo. And so you do not exist in just one space. You are the collective fragmentation of consciousness that applies throughout all of space. I'm trying to let you know you also have aura. And yeah. The reason why I have to say this is because if you fall into the trap, the illusion of separation that rules over this nation, racism, classism, more racism, fascism, people who war over what food is better, my religion is better, you're no contender. This is the illusion that separates us all so that the real enemies can just stun on us and ball. Literally, higher principalities and evil spirits. Look at me right now, because this is Psychic Showdown. If when I say evil spirits, your mind is trying to contextualize that and say, okay, peace dealer, how the hell does this make real sense? I'm telling you, real sense. Evil spirits and principalities. Get your head in the game. Stop trying to project your anger on other people. Stop trying to let it get in your head that another human being can even be responsible for darkness that emanates. This is a dangerous presupposition that takes into account your fear and denial in the presence of higher frequency beings who not only govern the darkness that influences people's hearts, but can very easily get you to turn on your best friend of 20 years. I'm not telling you this to fear these people. I'm telling you this to be aware, so that when you are tempted to listen to that dark force on your left side, before they let you use your Saturn, your responsibility to do it, you can now be aware and know that this is multidimensional. And let me get back to this song. You are multidimensional. You do not just exist here. Jay Leeb said, go watch American Gods. That shit is real. And for those of you who even watch Sense8, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's more real than you know, too. So this psychic showdown, in context with what you're going through, is a revitalization of everything you knew in your heart to be true. And this revitalization is going to come through all the sun in Leos and all the moon in Leos, or people with Leo energy. They're going to be the channels to bring this love with their defibrillating light. And they're going to shock people back into reality. See, when Cancer awakens you, Cancer is the awakening agent that allows people to actually see what's going on. That's why the universe sends Pisces to put them back to sleep. If Pisces puts you to sleep with Neptune, dreams, Cancer wakes you up. And Cancer and Scorpio have been awakening people, but they usually get sent Pisces to suppress them. Some Pisces are aware they're being used as suppression tools. Some Pisces are not so aware. Some Pisces are rebels against the suppression unit. Whatever Pisces you are, I don't care. Refer to my water sign rant. There's a reason why I go hard on y'all, but it's all good. Cancer, you're just, I need to let you know right now, Cancer, Capricorn and Pisces, they're ready to end you. Now, Pisces secretly loves you, so you can totally count on Pisces to switch and work in your favor. Pisces is just the premier double agent, so they have to do the bad and the good. But yes, Pluto is against you in Capricorn, and you're the people awakening people, Cancer. All the sun in Cancers are out here awakening people for real. And in Scorpio, if you worthy, they'll just put you on. But they're coming for you. Once Saturn goes into Cap, good luck. They're really coming for you. They already got after us Geminis. Pluto was in Sagittarius during all that time. You know what I'm saying? And Saturn is now there. Now they're coming for you. It's going to be Pluto, Pluto, Saturn in Cap. And they're going to suppress you hard. They're doing this. They're trying to make the world think that your intuition, your feelings are irrational when it's actually supreme psychic energy. So that's all embodied by Cancer. Good luck, my friends. It is what it is. Regardless, when Cancer awakens you, it's soothing. But this is why I said before in a previous broadcast that Leo is going to lead a sexual revolution. And I was mad at Scorpio. When I found that out, I went to the dream realm when I went to sleep, and I got mad. I never get mad. I pushed Scorpio in the room. Scorpio gave me a look like, you just touched me and I'm going to kill you. You never do that. And I just went off like, how dare you not lead this sexual revolution? How dare you feel like just because Taurus can act lazy and not do stuff but still be the boss that you can emulate them too? Stop it. We need you to do this. Leo cannot be out here leading sexual revolutions. They're not ready for Leo. Leo was too ahead of their time. Stop it, Scorpio. We need you to do this, Scorpio. And Scorpio was like, you can kiss my nyash. Like, it's just not going to happen. And I didn't have time to kiss their nyash. This is why what's going to see. To the fire and air signs, this is going to be great. Like Leo don't even have to wake us up. But when Cancer wakes you up, Cancer cares. You know what I'm saying? Cancer is understanding of where you're at. So they're not going to make it so abrupt. When Leo wakes you up, it's a defibrillator. Okay? This is how Leo wakes you up. First of all, they'll break out an interpretive dance. Oh my gosh, this person's asleep. They have stuff that they've gone through. They'd see Leo's worse because they know they're opposite Aquarius. They have to have the delicate awakening so they don't get too shocked. And then Leo would just get the defibrillator and be like, but I don't care. Wake up. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. And then Leo would just be like, are you up yet? Are you up yet? Oh my God. Oh my God. And then they'll start smacking you in the face like, wake up, wake up. People are dying, wake up. Like as if it's justified. I can't with you, Leo. I can't. Y'all don't leave anyone room to breathe. All right? Because Gemini and Virgo are out here like Shikamaru. We trying to pretend that we still asleep. And then Leo would just call us out real quick. Like, are you acting like you're asleep? Wake up. I'm sorry. Oh, no. You just have vaults. You just have vaults of electricity just sparking through you. And you can't even go back to sleep. I can't. I literally can't, y'all. These are the times we're heading into. There's going to be so much drama that breaks out. Okay, this Leo season, you about to see a lot of screenshots be revealed. You're about to probably see more WikiLeaks. Like, it's not cool. And the Psychic Showdown this week, which is like the bridge to this new eclipse chapter, we're going to evolve and we're going to digivolve our pettiness. And it's going to start now. Like, you're going to see things happen in your real life where it's like you wanted to Snapchat it, but it's like, no, like, is it even worth it? The Mayweather fights in August, which is a whole nother story. You got a Pisces versus a Cancer right there. But I'm just telling you. Psychic Showdown, my friends. Psychic Showdown. It's not really fair because when I say it like this, the absolute truth, when I say it like this, it sounds like a joke. But I have to let you know, like, trust me, we are headed into a Leo season that's going to revolutionize the way we come into our hearts. It's going to change profoundly the way we can make strides and advancements in social quality or social pretexts, really stressing social themes so that we can actually understand each other because we're connecting at a heart level. This is a period we're entering in with the advent of social media and the internet where information gets transmitted very quickly and you don't have to be on a buggy for 6 days before you get mail, where we can make radical transformations. All right, because we're stepping in to a greater truth of the heart, this could be a very inspiring time. And I'm trying to tell you it's not. This is about to be the most petty shit you have ever gone through. Okay, this is that kind of transit where it's like, this is what it could be. And then one internet meme gets created and then like a whole group of people get offended because the pettiness just doesn't stop. And the reason why it's not at that ideal is because the shadow work that was supposed to be done, it was not done. On an individual basis, you know if the shadow work you were supposed to do, forget about how other people didn't do their work. One amazing saying is that you shouldn't be focused in the speck in someone else's eyes when you have a log in your own. That's a way of saying you need to stop nitpicking other people when you have to worry about your own problems. You know, mind your business. So you need to be very mindful because if you are at a position where you can't dive face deep into everything you fear, then this psychic showdown is just going to take you over, especially during that dark moon in Cancer. So thankfully, the blessing of this Cancer season, now that you have that attitude switch in Gemini, was very powerfully having you apply this attitude of who you are because of the value you gained in Taurus season, so that when you get these psychic projections, as you have been, the way you respond reflects who you really are, not what you feel you're supposed to say. So the psychic showdown, where everything was internal, is where you're now directly, even more so, telling people what it is exclusively through your actions. All right, exclusively through your actions. A lot of people think they have you fooled, but you've just been looking at what they do, and they're gonna. Leo season's going to come in. Leo season's going to come into play, and you're about to just get. Oh, I see someone is salty against Geminis because they had a bad experience with some. Oh, how sad. Anyway, I need you to really take serious everything that you're experiencing you truly love. If you truly love anything, a whole lot of what's going to come into focus and play is the energetic awareness of what you're projecting and what's being projected at you. Okay, that's about it. Y'all must have forgot Gemini is like Prince of Petty Gang, as if we care. So you really need to be very mindful of what you're projecting and what's being projected at you. It is only then will you be able to understand and accept the power of what is meant to manifest. When the moon is in Aries during Cancer season, this gives the 10th house effect. So every action you've taken up until now is being juxtaposed on itself and having you feel passionate. I heard Dolo the Pilot Man on Instagram this morning, and he was talking about when the moon is in Aries, you can't let these feelings be bottled up inside. You have to express them passionately. This is a very good opportunity for you to really gain and gather that fire for yourself. And ooh, will it do you so well. Not only will it do you so well, but it's going to give you a profound ability and chance to honestly show yourself what you're made of. And for those of you who understand this language I'm speaking, for those of you who get the seals that are supposed to break, or release rather, for you to tap into what you're meant to tap into, this is finally your defining moment. So not only is this per se an opportunity to kind of be who you always known you were, but it's also a golden opportunity. Oops. It's also a golden opportunity for you to find out a deeper facet of who you are. Find out a deeper facet of who you are in ways that expose others around you. And most importantly, exposes yourself. Quite frankly, the first part of this week is going to be you coming very powerfully into terms over what you think your shortcomings are, over who you think you are, over what you think is supposed to happen. I want you to understand this is really just a week to prepare you for the drama and the pettiness. I need every one of you to watch the movie Mean Girls. And some of you have still not taken my advice. It's okay. Some of you, it's not your fault. See, Neptune is squaring the sun of Gemini. So Sagittarius is going through this too, but they just show you. They don't talk. We have to talk. We're messengers. People don't get that. Anyway, Neptune squaring our sun. So we'll tell you the first time, and it goes in one ear and out the other. People don't even listen to us. People don't even listen to us. So we have to repeat ourselves over and over, because the first or second time we say anything, people think it's a fucking joke. That's cool. Make sure you watch Mean Girls. If you haven't, watch that movie. Make sure you watch 3 episodes of Whose Line Is It Anyway? It's an improv show, one of the greatest of its kind. And make sure you watch 3 episodes of Kids Say the Darndest Thing. If you're not sure what the hell that even is, you need to watch this. If you don't, cool. But you will thank yourself. You will thank yourself. If you've seen it, you know what I'm saying? I would watch it some more. And it is what it is. And it is what it is. Keep that in mind. Really be in a position to adapt with what's going to build up. Because we're going to feel Leo season this week before it's even Leo season. And as Mercury gets higher into Leo, you're really going to allow yourself. If you don't know this shit, you weren't born in the 90s, Jay Leave says. Facts. The greatest generation, the 90s. It is what it is. I see you 80s kids and 70s kids acting like you know more than us. So you're greater. But you don't have your Neptune and Uranus in Capricorn. I don't think you do. I don't think you do. And I'm only having to be this petty to you because if you adapt this attitude, it's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't thing. Some of you are going to try and stick in your shell. You're very chivalrous. You're going to wait until someone does the first thing to you and then you'll snap. I'm telling you, if you're not petty, you're not going to make it. And I'm not saying you have to be petty, but if you don't have the attitude of someone who's like dramatic or petty, I'm sorry, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. It's temporary, though. Trust me. Once Jupiter goes into Scorpio and we're after Virgo season, we will regain a modicum of respect for ourselves. We'll start to have integrity again. When Saturn goes into Capricorn, we'll start to think about the consequences of our actions, but not right now. Too much pettiness. And there's a psychic showdown. Queen Day asked the beautiful question, but what about those of us who can't really be petty? Anyone who's really petty knows that's a goddamn lie. Like, each and every single one of you has an inner pettiness. You hold it back. I know this because you're about to be petty, but then you hold it back. You're like, this is just unbefitting someone of my stature. You need to let this out. Don't let this pettiness like grow in your heart. Sorry, someone is just going to be the unlucky recipient of all your pettiness. You don't want to be the person who lets it build up and then explodes. I'm kind of psychic. I have a 5th sense. Better watch Mean Girls. Anyway, I'm telling you. You know what? Before I go into the Peacemobile, I have to let y'all know. Goddess Ceres just entered Cancer. It just left Gemini. So the goddess of agriculture and the earth has just gained the attitude she needs to join this war. And she's going to be in the cut nurturing some of y'all emotionally. So a lot of you, Dax says Scorpio Pluto 90s know what's up. Thank you. Hold on. If you have a Pluto and Scorpio, moment of silence. Moment of silence. People really be out here trying to tell Pluto and Scorpio people what to do and who they are, as if we're not in our heads like, this mortal doesn't even understand. All pretentious too, not excusing or justifying the fact that what we're doing is pretentious and wrong. I'm just trying to peep you game. Like, does this mortal not even know who they're talking to? Every single Pluto and Scorpio. This is generational. All right? Generational. And Ceres is in Cancer. So this goddess is going to be out here in the cut, healing those of you who've really been in the warfare. I always say this. In the battlefield, the 4 signs that are on the field doing constant battle, when you see them talk smack about, oh, you're not on the field, you just talk that talk. Even me, I'll be getting that heat too. You just talk that talk, peace dealer. You're not on the field. You're just behind your computer screen. You're not really doing it for real. The 4 signs on the battlefield, okay? Aries, Cancer, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. Those 4. They out here for real. So just letting you know, everyone else is either delegating, doing strategy, or like Leo is on the throne. Leo is the one commanding it all. So it is what it is. We're about to head into the most petty times. I've been talking a lot about, you know what I'm saying, hip hop beef. You've been seeing a lot of rappers beef. I called that 2 years ago, like right before it happened. This is where it's about to spark. And what's unique about this, the reason why I even brought it up at all, is because elements of that are going to permeate into popular culture, and this is about to be like a worldwide beef. So this is a prediction right now. I remember telling y'all that we're headed into petty land, and you know what I'm saying, immediately after we saw that Rob Kardashian D-League beef. So let me tell you something, guys. For the next 2.5 years, a little bit before Saturn gets out of Capricorn, we are going to see an exponential evolution in the way people express pettiness and drama. It's going to hit us in a very precarious way, because we're going to see people in positions of power in response. It's, if an entertainer does it, it's like, okay, they should know better. When people in positions of power do this in your life, in your job, that's going to be norm. You want to know it's because people's hearts are more open. So the stuff that they usually keep inside, there we go. For the next 2.5 years, everyone in your life is about to show you their true colors. Okay. For the next 2.5 years, everyone in their life is about to show you their true colors, and it's going to blast open in 1 week from now, and you're going to start to see it. So do you know those people who see someone's true colors come out and it's just like, oh, he's showing his true colors, she's showing their true colors finally? And then a mutable sign will be like, we're multi-dimensional. They're not true colors. It's just another facet inside of me. Get over yourself. So trust me, remember, you are multi-dimensional. You really need to understand that you can be in different places at one time, which is why you pick up on different things in one moment that you anchor in your human body in this present space and time dimension. With the 4th dimension of time, we have 5th, 6th, 7th dimensions of astral projection, okay, omniscience, claircognizance, of just knowing, with parallel reality. Once you get past the 6th, 7th dimension, then there's about 50 different ways you can kill or beat the crap out of someone, which is the luxury of having parallel dimensions where one person can catch multiple fades. But unfortunately, you only have one way to do it out here in this 3D. I'm talking about fades because this is the psychic showdown. And the way this is going to realistically manifest for you is you are going to have to unload everything you feel on one person. It's really one entity. This one entity can be several different people, which is why I say your enemy isn't the people, but the entities and the spirits and the souls around them. You can't tell me this isn't true. I've talked to like many Pisces moons, and it's like I'm talking to the same soul, because we're not just human beings. You want to think that it's spiritual, and the humans are just kind of like the vessels that share this vibration in space, but we're still all connected. And until you flip your head, you're just going to be confused by the way these dark forces are trolling you. Ceres is in Cancer. It's going to be restoring, nurturing, and helping you heal the work that you did while it was in Gemini, speaking that truth, and having you put yourself in vulnerable emotional places and spaces, even whether you are out in front of hundreds or whether you are alone, you're still having to deal real time with pettiness. Okay. I'm not talking about shadow issues, pettiness. Because sometimes when people are petty, so when people are rude, you get the truth. You don't get what you want to hear. You get the truth. And this is why this is having to happen. So much so. All right. That being said, really keep in mind as well the advancement of your psychic ability. See, it's not just pettiness that's happening. You're also advancing your psychic ability. A lot of this emotional projection and psychic warfare has sharpened your ability to sense things, but most importantly, to gather and build energy. This is what you're going to understand through this week so that you can make the most of the showdown. So, Jay Leaves asks, so who is the opponent in this psychic showdown? Let's go to the Peace Mobile. Make sure you cop my, what do you call it? Asteroid webinar. Make sure you cop the Asteroid webinar. So you get to learn about Ceres and Lilith and Juno and Chiron. And yeah, yo, it's 8:14 in these streets, public Pacific Standard Time. The moon is in Aries. Jay Leaves asked, who is this enemy? Remember, the enemy is not a specific person, but rather the energy that specific person may represent. In that sense, don't project your hatred towards that person. It's like, don't hate the sinner, hate the sin. That's the best way I can say. So this is all being unleashed now. And if you don't know, you'll know as soon as it squares this buddy right here. And it's very important to understand because at the next week on the 22nd, we're 1 day away from the new moon. 23rd, we have at 1 degree. Before we have the 2 new moons. So this is going to be very important. Venus is going to go 11 and 19 degrees. But one thing you want to keep in mind that's happening right now, especially once again, with this 15-degree opposition, I just did that. This 15-degree opposition, it's really bringing into mind a powerful understanding of who you have to be in order to bring the best part of you out. This isn't even anything you think of because you're just so busy doing it. Regardless, the 10th house effect of this is going to manifest the legacy of what your feelings have been trying to tell you. So on the 16th, when this conjuncts that evening, the explosion that will occur on a paramount level will have much to do with how amazing you're able to break through with the more eccentric parts of yourself. As we move into Taurus now, what's important about this is that you're in a much better position to manifest where this value of yours belongs. What's cool about this period is after the seriousness of Aries, this will start to be feel good, and you're going to gain profound enlightenment. Even though this is going to be an almost dark moon phase, you're going to gain profound enlightenment while the moon is in Gemini. This date, the 19th and the 20th, is actually going to be where everything will come together and make sense. And you're going to get that last final piece of info, which is going to be the psychic showdown, the 21st and the 22nd. So right now, the 15th and the 16th is when you find out who you have to fight or what you have to fight, okay? Taurus is when you start to get the gadgets. You have to go with Alfred and see what Batmobile you need. And Gemini is when you go on that journey to get the last info to get there, to get to the destination. Cancer is when you have the showdown, baby. And then you have the victory in this new moon. All right. So it's going down, my friends. It's more than definitely going down. Definitely make sure you don't get caught slipping. I have a sale. Yes, I have a sale going on that's going to last until Sunday. If you type in Ocean Mist, you get 30% off of all the readings that I am offering. And for those of you who are ready to purchase the New Moon in Leo webinar, the link is in the description box below. We have the New Moon in Leo and the Full Moon in Aquarius links. So you'll be able to reserve your spot pronto. This is going to be very quite interesting given all of what will occur. Learn about how the new moon in Leo and the full moon in Aquarius will affect each zodiac sign and take part in the live healing ceremony where I'll have Q&A. I'm going to explain in depth how the cycle will affect each sign. We'll have a live healing ceremony to release energy and blockages. And of course, I'll really go into the aspects of the phases of the moon where you could really bring out your star quality. And I say star quality because this is that kind of transit where you have to be exceptionally aware of how potent you bring out your own talents. The fifth house is the house of talents. The third house is the house of skill. And we're really going to bring the thrill. It's Leo, so it's going to be a party too. And yeah, my friends. So I'm going to pull cards now. Toby, I can't teach the ways of petty. You either got it or you don't. But I'm trying to tell you, everyone's petty. It's like everyone being dark inside. You know how some people try and act like they're goody two shoes and they have no bad or evil in them, but they have bad and evil in them. They just hold it back. They have good control over it. Everyone has petty. So we now have the 12 signs of petty. This card is going to show you your key to getting through this psychic showdown. Aries energy, the card that I have for you is the Star. So the psychic showdown is actually going to be the prerequisite for you to push forward into glory. In fact, I kind of see this as a silver lining or an ex machina. Like if anything should go wrong, you're actually going to be the victor in the situation. So the psychic showdown is going to bring much hope. And I mean, you're the warrior, so you're hoping someone's going to like come and bring it to you. Taurus, if you don't go to them yourselves. Taurus, ooh, yes, I have Taurus rising. Psychic showdown, got the Tower. This is Mars, okay. The Tower card is talking about this psychic showdown is going to really release a whole lot of pent-up energy, okay. So the thing with you, Taurus, and some people may think you're slow because of it, but you're like a bull. Like you're not trying to take it there if you don't have to. Oh my God. You're not trying to take it there if you don't have to. Let me just focus this. Oops. All right, I give up. You're not trying to take it there if you don't have to. And not only does that really like, oh God. Not only does that really like put things into perspective, but it allows you, oh, that's why. But it allows you very powerfully, I had this thing, to really adapt, which you never really do that well. But the Tower card is saying this psychic showdown is going to put you in a rock in a hard place where you have to use your real power and you can't hold back, because Taurus doesn't really like to be pushed. Like Taurus would rather act like they're weak than to use their full power because it's too much work and time. They don't want to. And I feel that. I understand that. So keep that in mind, Taurus. This Tower card is talking about you releasing your energy like Kakashi released the first gate of opening when he was climbing those rocks with one hand. Gemini, the card that I have for you. Yes! Yes! I have the Tower card too. You just see me scream like a little. So it's similar with you too. This is the card when I ask the universe, I need to release the seal on my soul, because some of you Geminis and Tauruses are in the same boat because we're like in the beginning signs, right? So some of you are like me, trying to release your spirit energy for the first time. So when you release chakra, when you release it, you're trying to do that, right? So this is that lightning bolt that's coming down, and it's the card of Mars. Taurus and Gemini, this is talking about you releasing your power. This is like when you find your Zanpakuto and you finally realize how to use it for the first time. So it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. That's the "you're not the father" scream. Hey, John, damn. Yo, that's for real. That's for real, for real. Oh my God, Cancer. We have the Three of Pentacles. So naturally, this psychic showdown is going to show up for you guys in your place of work. You're just going to be minding your business, doing your work, and then you're going to get ganged up on. But it's actually saying in order to get through your psychic showdown, you need to assemble your own team too. And teamwork will make the dream work, okay? Just always keep that in mind. That's just facts. Leo, we have the Six of Cups. So this is talking about you being a soulmate, your own soulmate energy, but rather it's bringing in to focus childhood lessons you've mastered that you can incorporate with you. So it's important because this Six of Cups energy to help you with this psychic showdown will actually implement. All right, I'm going to channel this. Psychic showdown energy is saying that your soulmate is going to help you get through this. And you might have the showdown with your soulmate. You start to fight each other at first, and then you're like, oh, we can do this together. And then you fight other people. Virgo, we have the King of Swords. So Virgo, this know-it-all is going to really show you off. If anything, I think this is saying the King of Swords is your opponent. This is an air sign, and there's going to be a match of wits. Or this could be someone who helps you. I hope this is someone who helps you and not someone who hurts you. Okay, Virgo. Actually, for the psychic showdown, Virgo, what this is saying is you have to be ruthless. You can't be kind. The King of Swords does not hold back. So you have to embody the King of Swords energy, and you have to be objective. You cannot be trying to say things to make people feel good. You have to let people know how dumb they might be being, or just give them that constructive advice. But this is a psychic showdown, so wave that sword and stab some hearts. Libra, the card we have for you is the Queen of Cups. How ironic. This psychic showdown is speaking of you being in a position to actually compassionately engage with others, and not just passionately engage with others, but also be in a position to hear people out. But screw that. This is psychic showdown. So at one level, this is you having to deal with the water sign who feels like they can be in your face. Oh, yeah. But then they're just feeling different about you. And they don't know you psychic too, Libra. So it's like you don't have to deal with her before you move forward. But make sure, whereas Virgo has to be objective, you're actually in a position to hear people out. Okay. So keep that in mind. Scorpio. Scorpio, I got the same card, the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, of course, is speaking of you being in a position to be this queen, and you're going to be scrying on people. The psychic showdown, you want to trust what you pick up on people's feelings, and it's going to be very potent because you'll be profoundly able to actually read what is influencing people on the inside. Whereas, Libra has to be compassionate. You just want to be more aware. You don't have to be as compassionate. Sagittarius. We have the Four of Wands. Victory. Victory, victory. The psychic showdown is actually going to be everything you've been wanting and needing, because it's going to allow you to finish the last phase of what you've been working hard for. But I really just see this as serendipity and, you know, the sanctuary coming together. This is a really great card. I think you got the best card so far. Capricorn. Capricorn, we also have the Queen of Cups for you. So this is talking very powerfully about you gaining a deeper understanding of what is occurring. But in your case, yeah, the other card kind of, this is you versus Cancer this week. It's Cancer versus Capricorn. Place your bets. If anything, I feel like this Queen of Cups is going to be very aware of what's inside your heart versus what you show or tell them. So keep that in mind. It's all about the psychic awareness of things. And then Aquarius. We have the Two of Cups. So Aquarius, this psychic showdown is going to allow you to connect with your other half in the way that you've probably always wanted. And I mean, for obvious reasons, that'll be great. In fact, I don't really sense that the showdown is two-parent. You just might be outside the showdown because you're going to be developing any relationships that you've manifested for yourself. So this will be that week for you where the relationship goes to that next level and you bond even deeper. Pisces, for you, we have the Devil card. So, bow chicken wow wow. We're talking about sizzling hot sex. This psychic showdown is going to be in the bed or with your temptations. For those of you who won't be having sex, this is going to have a lot to do with your temptations and the stuff that really force you to get down to that shadow issue that you have. Thank you for those of you donating in the super chat. Apologity. We have the Knight of Pentacles for you. So as long as you're consistent, even though you may not have everything on lock, as long as you just stay true to what you're doing and consistent and reliable, you'll be straight. And this is talking about the presence of someone who will as well. Behind the veil, we have the Page of Wands for you. The Page of Wands is saying this is going to be an exciting week where you harness an initial part of your evolving power, and it'll really allow you to gain a greater emphasis and ability to know what's coming forward. But it's more about you taking risks with this new shift of energy. Q card. What's with my love life 8th house Leo sun? It means you need to be even more charismatic than you are. You're hot, you're popping with the Lovers card, so spark the love that you want to spark. Don't necessarily let inhibition stop you. I don't know if it is, but it's saying, you know, this love is out here and you're harnessing it very powerfully. So open up to any sexual experiences that come your way. Chad Taylor, we have the Empress. So this is talking about unconditional love from a mother figure or someone in your life that's here to help nurture you. But it's talking about your harvest kind of coming into play. But this is going to be harnessed by really appreciating all the beauty that is around you, okay? Queen Daisy. We have the 7 of Pentacles, which is calling for more patience. This psychic showdown is going to have you peep game and very powerfully and magically like assess your situation. So you're in a better position to really, you know, understand what you could do. Joey, we have the 3 of Wands, and this is going to have much to do with you gaining a greater understanding of your long-term goals. So start making goals that you want to come true, and you're going to gain a greater perspective. Toby, we have the 7 of Pentacles, which is also speaking profoundly of you really being able to, you know, be patient and assess your situation. Nikita, we have the 4 of Pentacles, which is allowing you to actually hold on to what you've worked for. In your case, I'm getting don't let people like play you and have you give more than you need. I would rather hold on to them. KB, to what you have. KB, we have the 4 of Wands. So this is talking about great victory, but more so celebration. and it may be surprise celebration, but it's going to be very positive. So this is going to be a long phase. This is what this eclipse is setting off for you. Jawbreaker, we have the Two of Cups. So this clarity is coming through in a relationship with your other half. If you are single, you're not about to be single. If you're not single, this is talking about really deepening those cords and bonds. Saki, we have the Knight of Swords, which is saying you need to leap with your conviction. You have the integrity and the truth that you have, and other people may not get it, but you have to leap forth and still do what you have to do and know is right in your mind and heart. Geometria, we have the Three of Wands. So plan ahead forward. Plan ahead forward so you're in a position to really map out your steps and know that you're going to be put in a position to make these come true even sooner than you expect. Regina, we have the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is talking about you either dealing with such a figure or you being a figure that has your passion controlled and mastered. And you definitely will be able to make more creative moves as this is someone you're going to interact with who's going to really help add more passion to your life as well. Fiona, thank you for making it as well. The Seven of Pentacles is talking about you not only saving your money, but also being able to peep game and assess the situation and be patient instead of reacting to the moment. Allow things to build up. Ashley B, we have the Magician, and it's saying that you are definitely in a position to manifest your thoughts and make them real because of the genius quality of your mind and spirit. So don't ever doubt yourself. Let your thoughts keep generating. K. Martin, we have the Strength card. What an ironic pull after the Magician. You have the inner strength. You need to make it through anything. You want to really rev up that passion and use your strength to get through what you need to get through, but also to really just help express the sexuality apparent. Scorpio Queen, should I trust my Aries? No. The Seven of Swords is saying he's being shady. This is like this is the sneaky card. So no, you shouldn't trust your Aries. You might want to play some mental tests and see if his head's right. So glad I got you there. C. McCammy, the card we have for you is the Hangman. You want to surrender and let go. Be okay with the fact that you may not know what's going on, but just surrender to the moment and allow yourself to be initiated. Nadine, the card we have for you is the High Priestess. You want to trust your intuition indefinitely and don't allow yourself to not really take first seriously what your own internal compass is telling you, because you may be being lied to and your intuition is telling you the real. Funny Val, we have the King of Swords, which is saying you want to be very objective and you want to be very mindful of what you're kind of expressing. Don't try and play sides. You have to be 100% like true to what you're saying, because the advice you give will help set things straight, like King Solomon. Sag Warrior, we have the Four of Swords. Don't worry, you're gonna have time to relax. I think you've been through a very chaotic period. You're gonna have that finally I can actually get some rest. So really, spend time in meditation. It'll be very positive for you. Jimmy Dean, we have the Three of Pentacles, which is saying you are definitely in a period where you're making your intentions come forth with working with the right people. Know that teamwork makes the dream work. And yeah, my friend, thank you once again, one and all, for tuning in. When the Psychic Showdown hits as soon as tomorrow, remember, you are a supreme being. Your enemy isn't the person projecting this, but the entity influencing it. So above all, make sure you keep your heart true to you, and you're about to show yourself all the magical and psychic things you could really do.